Hello, my amazing crafty friend. This is Diana from Creative Creativity, and today we're gonna junk journal on my botanical journal. Um, I'm gonna junk journal November. November is a particular month because it's where I have bought the most plants on one month. So, I usually log in what I buy and the months and what I did during that month, acquire in my plant collection. But November, I like went over the limit. I went crazy. So I bought so many plants. And my daughter has this thing where she says that November is like no shame November because she doesn't shave her legs. But she's over there screaming. She heard me. But I'm gonna title it after my daughter, and pretty much I'm just putting things together. I have uh, cut up an old calendar. I cut up all the months just because I like the font of it and the ripping of that of the holes. So that's what I'm using as part of the title. And this green paper is paper that came with one of my plants, and I just like that green. They usually come in the brown containers, and I just wanted to incorporate it on that. Sometimes I include the tags of the plants. Sometimes I include things that come with the plant, or sometimes they come in bags. So this time they came with a green wrapper. So I'm trying to look for little pieces of ephemera paper that can match and go along with it. So I found this blue paper that I feel went along really good with my the green and blue title, and I kind of made a little frame with it, but I wasn't too fond of it. But so because I wasn't too fond of it, I didn't attach it, and I kind of just put it up because that's where I want my picture to go to, but I didn't touch anything because I wasn't too sure. So, but in order not to be held back, I kind of just moved on and pressed forward. I started writing all the plants that I got that month and that are included in those Polaroid pictures that I took of all my collection. I think I got like 16 that month, and I wrote them all down just to kind of have a memory how long I have them, how long they grew. When I go back and look and when to see when I got them, and I could also see if I still have all those plants. Sometimes I kill them and I don't even know which ones I killed and when I got them, how long I had them, and that way I can change, habits of like where I put them in the sun, where I put them in the light, and how much I water them. Did I overwater them or the pots? So this kind of journaling helps me to do that. I was trying to play with the title, and I put it on the index card, and I get those at the secondhand store all the time. I get the um, the index cards there, and I like to play with them. I don't know, I don't know what you guys think, but they're fun. I think that it adds up something personal, that some of your finds. But I also have this piece of paper that I cut up from another book that I found. It says shine. I was trying to figure out where I'm going to put it. I was trying to figure out if it fit at all, and trying to use it on my junk journal. I usually, I don't know if you guys can tell, I usually use a brush to put my vintage photo distress ink on there. I like that brush. I got it at the 99-cent store, and it works great. I love it because it doesn't give me like the mark of something round, and it doesn't take up too much paint, which it can add up when you use it all the time. So I'm not just trying to be frugal. I'm just hate wasting. And I have this tag that I got a whole box of little tags for like $1, and I coffee dyed a bunch of them, and some of them I put stickers on there. This one has a mushroom sticker, and I kind of liked it, but I liked how it was going with that green um, tones. Um, it wasn't it didn't show, but I don't know if you guys can see on the other side where I wrote all the list of plants. I have a sticker of a mushroom there. And I liked it because it has that green and that brownish of my papers. And I kind of wanted another mushroom, but the fact that it was red, it was just standing out too much. So I went back to my English card because I didn't like how I hand wrote it, and I just used those Michael's 99 cents, or what is it, $1.99 stamp little boxes. I keep on cutting off my videoing, trying to determine how I'm gonna check that I'm recording and I'm doing my stuff inside frame. But for now, I guess you guys can see that I'm using that little box of staples. I mean of stamps with the letters, and I just used one, and I'm gonna stamp on there "No Shame November" for my title of my page layout. I don't know about you guys, but I change my mind on things all the time. That's why I like using a double-sided tape, or the tape that doesn't glue right away. And I change it all the time. I don't know how those people that I see on YouTube craft, and they craft so perfectly, and the first time they put it, it looks all nice and neatly. I can't for the life of me do that. And on this layout, I struggled so much in trying to figure out what looks good and what doesn't. But I feel like that paper that I was saving to do this month's layout, I feel like that paper is what inspired the color theme. You know, that greenish tones. Um, that I feel like if I wouldn't have had that, maybe I wouldn't have done it, because I was just not feeling how I was gonna do a display, not thinking of what it could be. So I feel like this color green inspired a lot of the layout, and how it would go, what I would add. I found another piece of paper from that book that I'm telling you that I tore up, and I put a little strip behind the green paper. I'm trying to, bring up the picture, and, not to have it just sitting there on top of the green paper. And I'm just struggling. I don't know if you guys could see with this layout, but I'm struggling. And I thought about not putting this video up, but I feel like, you know, we get into that mode a lot. We get into that, I don't know what to do, what I'm feeling, what I'm not feeling. And I just wanted to be real. I wanted to be open about, trying to be creative and not be frustrated, trying to be creative and not be um, like letting it go. I want to embrace this month. I love the month. I love the fact that I got so many plants. So I didn't want to like just shush it off to one side or ignore it, because um, I really wanted to write down all the plants before, time went by and I forgot what I grabbed and not grabbed. But anyways, I have these stickers that I got from Amazon. I'll link it down on description below. I really like them. They're vellum, but for because this background has like other colors other than white, you can kind of see a little, not shallow, but like kind of like a halo of white around it. And I like to take it off as much as possible, so I do a little bit of fussy cutting around it so that I don't get that much of a white um, shadow around the image. And I just put it there. I really like these vellum stickers of this mushroom, and I don't know if you guys can tell, but the mushroom is green, and I just thought it went perfect with my scheme. Anyways, I want to give you a little tip of on cutting paper, especially colored or printed paper. When you cut towards you, you cut some of the image away, like some of the printed image, and you leave that white trim. When you cut away from you, not, yeah, like towards, like going down, then you're cutting that into the background, so you only have the tear of the color. You don't see the white part. I don't know. It's something I learned or discovered, and I thought I'd share it with you guys. And I noticed there was a little bit too much green on it still. That that dictionary paper didn't work because it was too white for the layout. I mean, I know the paper was white, but still it was kind of looking funky. And I wanted to use the background, the back piece of not the back piece, but the back color of the paper. I liked that it was like it wasn't gold, but it was kind of like goldish, and I liked the color. I really did enjoy the color, and I wanted to bring it in. I feel like it went pretty good, and how I used it. Anyway, this is one of the plants that I had on that haul of plants, and I wanted to paint a little bit of strip on the side. I'm not a great painter whatsoever, but it is my junk journal, and I did wanted to give it a go ahead and an attempt, but please don't judge me. It just I haven't painted in such a long time, and I'm kind of going back into it since I've been junk journaling, and I'm kind of enjoying it, but I feel like I'm not so great at it. And this one I'm doing like an ivory color. It's not so visible on the screen, but it is more visible on the paper. Um, I I lay my foundation with that color, and I put it in thick, so that I can kind of like mix it up and play with it, because the plant veins and the plant colors kind of mix in and blend in together. And I figured if I leave the color in a little thicker and wet, it would be easy for me to like blend. And on this side, the camera didn't record it, but I did a Hoya Hindu rope, and I mean, I used the same colors that I had on my palette there. I also used that green, and I splattered it on the page. I had made this little wire basket with plants, and I just thought I'd hang it there. I'm not even gonna sure I'm gonna keep it there. Well, that was all, folks. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Have a good day.